Erik Ten Hag has gone ahead to anger what we call INEOS, and I went ahead to drop this story onto what we call the segment of what we call the X account, and everyone who really slept late would have gone ahead to obviously catch this segment down at what we call the X, and it was reported by the Sun. Erik Ten Hag happened to obviously hold it was not an interview, but he was called on a Dutch TV to obviously be to act as a pundit when the side of England was playing against Serbia, and that game ended 1-0. And before that game really went ahead, obviously be played, we saw to it that lots of questions were really posed to him, and he had to obviously give him what we call the expected answers. And the answers that he gave were really standing out, and I really believed that it is really what he had to obviously say. But INEOS feel like they're really offended in there for you. And Man United captain Bruno Fernandes has been on target tonight as Portugal went ahead to beat Turkey by 3-0. Welcome to this channel, United Matters channel it is, and we thank God for the gift of life, the Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum. Now, the Sun Football has come out and obviously said that Erik Ten Hag's interview with the Dutch TV during Euro 2024 has angered Manchester United figures. I told you, and if I told you watch that video very well that I did of Erik Ten Hag coming out in the public and obviously speaking about how he was really treated by INEOS, and I was like, will INEOS really take it with a calm heart? But I anticipated that it's really gonna happen that way. But I never saw anything that Erik Ten Hag did that can come in through and obviously make INEOS agitated, because what they did first of all to obviously look in for other managers when Erik Ten Hag was in the job, it was really very bad. First and foremost, you understand, it was really very bad because they treated him in a very bad way. And why do people in the world want to treat people badly, and when the same bad energy is reciprocated to them, they really feel agitated? That's why I don't understand people, because everything they went ahead to really do, 2 weeks to the end of the season, he's gonna be sacked. And we saw big media outlets like the Mail committing themselves to putting out a story that the man is really gonna be sacked. You remember? So when all that is put into consideration, you can't obviously come in here and obviously blame Erik Ten Hag, because the statements he put out for me were not really provocative, and they were nowhere near damaging the reputation of INEOS at the club of Manchester United, because he said that in England they can do it, but here in Holland it's really unacceptable. That's what he really went ahead to really say. And when he was asked on why INEOS took a lot of time, this is what he said. And this is Erik Ten Hag. He said, they are new in football. It's normal to reflect the season. It's no secret that they talked with multiple candidates. Here in Holland, it's not done. In fact, it's not even allowed. But in England, they have different rules and laws. Now, so they got annoyed because he called them, who referred to them to be new in football, because the fact is they are new in football. That is it. INEOS as a clique is new in football, though the only experienced guy they're really having into the mix is Johan Cloud. But Dave Bresfold and Sir Jim Ratcliffe are new in football. They've been so much in cycling. They've just gone ahead to obviously get the ownership of Nice in 2019. You understand? So I tell you, they are new, as this man went ahead to say, and I don't expect them to obviously come out and really feel agitated about them being called new. Let's obviously dig deep into some other stuff that Erik Ten Hag going to say about them and see whether they are right to obviously get agitated, right? And continue to obviously subscribe to this channel and even follow our X account, because some stories drop before they obviously do the needful. Did they call you about keeping the job? He said Erik Ten Hag, Manchester United flew in Ibiza. So they had to fly to Ibiza to obviously talk to him. He said Manchester United and I still have to find an agreement for a new contract. This isn't easily done. We are still going to have to talk about this. Yeah. And everything he said for me was really okay. I like a manager like Erik Ten Hag. He's a man who keeps his word. He's not this kind of person who will come in through and obviously be belittled and he'll keep quiet. Erik Ten Hag is not that manager that you're going to come out and obviously belittle and he keeps quiet. He will never keep quiet. As a manager, he'll come out and obviously speak out what is on his mind. That is Erik Ten Hag for you. And I love everything he's doing because he's showing INEOS that I won't come out and lie to the public and to the media because you never wanted me here in the first place. The reason as to why I'm here, it's because of the fans of Manchester United that have gone ahead to obviously block your decision to obviously sack me. And you know that very well. So that is the reason as to why they've gone ahead to say to it that they really get these guys off. And even if they get pissed, Erik Ten Hag knows it that he's there on merit. Because if the fans back you, they will always back you. They cannot sack you the club like Manchester United when the fans really want you. And he's doing it for the fans. And he was like, why don't I really tell the fans exactly what took place when we really got the season over? And he sent a message to them very well that if they sack me, I'll go to another team and win trophies because that's what I've gone ahead to be doing all of my life when I became a manager. That is Erik Ten Hag. And he said it after the FA Cup finale. And it was a message to them that don't really try to obviously go beyond your limits. And they went ahead to obviously put him on hold. And there is something that he really went ahead to say that I felt like INEOS really had to really feel bad about it, but he had to obviously say it. And because he's human, because he was disturbed, he said, Manchester United disturbed my holiday. They suddenly stood at my doorstep. Manchester United have told me that they spoke with Tuchel, but they eventually came to a conclusion that they already have the best manager. Now, if INEOS is really pissed with this, then they're the dimwits of the century, because there is what we call inertia. For every action, there is opposite but equal reaction. Not so, that is inertia. So for everything that you do, you should anticipate that something different is going to really come in. You have to obviously get what we call a positive output or a negative output. And for everything they've gone ahead to do, you know what is going to happen. They've lost it, and that's why they had to keep Erik Ten Hag to say to it that they keep themselves into a very good environment with the fans of Manchester United. So for me, I'm okay with what Ten Hag did, informing us. And for everyone who believes that Erik Ten Hag was wrong, I think he knows that he's here because of the fans. Ten Hag is not here because of INEOS. Ten Hag is having this job because of the fans of Manchester United that went ahead to fight for him, and he wants to obviously make them happy by telling us the truth. And all this that he said was told to us even before he came out and really spoke. You remember? We knew to it that Dave Bracewell flew to Ibiza and obviously told Erik Ten Hag that the best manager. But was he? Huge question marks, because if he was, why did you take that long to make a decision, and you wanted to sack him, and you started interviewing and talking to other managers? Very, very much disrespectful. So Erik Ten Hag was like referring to them as amateurs in the job, because you cannot fire a manager like Erik Ten Hag for what he has going to hate to do. And if at all you're having a manager that Barcelona and Bayern Munich are really looking at to sign, and Man City looking out there at him as the replacement of Pep Guardiola, and the guy knows it very well, known as Omar Berrada, formerly working at Man City, then if you go ahead and really do that, then you are not meant to obviously do the needful. That is it, and that is Erik Ten Hag for you. So then we have an update about Turkey 0, Portugal 3. But we have to talk about this game because 3 United players were really involved. Bruno Fernandes played 90 minutes, 1 goal, 55 touches, 77 passes, 77% accuracy in there for you. And he had 1 goal created to him by Cristiano Ronaldo. Then Atil Beindir played 90 minutes, 1 save, 88% passing accuracy. Diego Dallo was really one of the unused substitutes. And Beindir has gone ahead, obviously looked good, and everyone was like, this guy is really good, and Erik Ten Hag should obviously get him to the team of Manchester United. And I know next season at Hill Bend the Year will obviously be ready to obviously take the huge step. And what is the huge step? Getting into the FA Cup, Carabao Cup, and the Euros. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. I call upon for your reactions into the comment section below about Erik Ten Hag angering Sir Jim Ratcliffe and INEOS. You get? With his interview. Therefore, they are back at Loggerheads again. What do you make about? Do you find any statement that Erik Ten Hag made making INEOS agitated? I don't really find a reason of them to get agitated. But all and that more into the comment section below about this video. Second video and more videos are yet to come onto this channel. We out.